You turn your cameras on again. Same old script, same old pretend. Another night, another blame, another thumbnail with my name. You say you're done, then here we go, round and round the same old show. If silence came, what would you be without your obsession with me? You think I'm listening, hanging on every word. What would you? But while you're talking, I'm living every dream you've never heard. You don't get my story, you don't get my song, you don't get to ride where my heart belongs. You wanted the world to see me through your eyes, but truth keeps rising no matter how you try. I'm building a life, you're building another rumor. I'm counting my blessings, you're counting my viewers. God keeps opening doors no one can close, while you keep chasing shadows. I keep growing. 7 years and nothing's changed. Different title, same old game. Every road you choose to take still circles back to my name. You say you know me, but you never knew my heart. You only know the picture you tattooed it apart. I stopped carrying the weight you tried to give. You chose to stay angry. I chose to live. You don't get my story, you don't get my story, you don't get my song, you don't get to decide where I belong, You wanted my family, my voice erased, but love is stronger. Terrace and hell, I'm building tomorrow, or reliving yesterday. Every time you speak my name, you only prove my strength. I won't become what you became. I won't spend my life looking through somebody else's window. I've got children laughing, I've got dreams waiting. I've got a son whose light still shines inside my heart. I've got work to do, people to love, home to build. That's where you'll never find me. Living in hate. You don't get my story, you don't get my end. Every stone you threw became another step I'm standing on. Every lie you whispered couldn't drown the truth. Every door you tried to close, not open, so keep saying my name. If that's all you got left, I keep building love, I keep building faith, I keep building a life that speaks louder than the noise. And one day, when the noise finally fades, I still have my family, I still have my purpose, I still have my song, because my story is never yours to tell. I carry love that will not bend. When it comes to my son, way I will defend trust, and I know the heart he truly was. And I will not allow distortion to rewrite love. I move with calm and legal purpose. I stand steady, I stand right. No noise can shake what I am building. I stand in light. Justice for the wrong they have done. Justice rising like the sun. I will stand in every lawful way for my sun ray. No distortion will define him. No false words take his place. Only truth will stand forever in this space. Justice for the wrong they have done, until the truth is fully won. I don't need rage to carry power. I don't need chaos to be strong. Truth is steady when it matters. Truth stands on. Every step I take is measured. Every action held in line. Nothing built on false foundations lasts in time. I stand within the law and order. I stand where truth is drawn. And I will not be moved or shaken. I carry on. Justice for the wrong they have done. Justice rising like the sun. I will stand in every lawful way for my sun ray. No distortion will defy him. No false words take his name. Only truth will stand remaining, always the same. Justice for the wrong they have done, until the truth is fully won. This is truth, not reaction. This is love made strong and clear. This is everything I know of him, held here. I will not allow his memory to be shaped by distant sound. I will
Turn your cameras on
until
again.
the truth
Say more
is
scripts.
fully found. Justice for the wrong they have done. Justice rising like the sun. I will stand in every lawful way. So my thunder, every step is forward motion. Every word is calm and true, and nothing built on falsehood will get through. Justice for the wrong they have done, until the truth is fully won. With love, with truth, with strength, I stand.
chapbook got you
are shining bright. Mommy ramblings love tonight. Lights are glowing, hearts are true. Every word we feel with you. Justice rising like the sun forever. Are glowing.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, well, let me do that all again. Hold on a minute. So let's do that all again. I said nobody probably got notifications because I put out a lot of shorts, and because I put out a lot of shorts, what was I going to say? They don't send notifications. Like YouTube gives you like a certain number of notifications, and if they notify people on like, they don't want to, I guess they don't want to do a lot of work. So if they notify people, and then there's less people notified if you put another video, and then if you put a third video, you could forget it. And I think I put up 4 shorts, so you could probably forget notifications on this one. But anyway, then I said, oh, okay, guys, I'm going to do something. I said, oh, Denise, you just sent a super thanks, because I saw your super thanks when I went to put my phone on the charger, and I said, thank you so much, that's so kind of you. And then I dictated the message I left you, which said like, thank you so much, Denise, that's so sweet and generous, love you, girl. I think I said that. And then I said, I'm playing you the super chat song, which I played for you here. So the super chat song did come through, but then you couldn't hear me. But now you can hear me? Now you can hear me, right? I hope, right? Let me see. So that's where we were. I played the super chat song. Oh, and I said that we were going to have a craft night, and then but things got way late tonight. And then by the time Jimmy made me a cup of French press coffee. We're using the French press now. It's really good. But then he's like, honey, it's kind of late to do a craft night, because it was already like 10:30 maybe, something like that. So then I said, yeah, it probably is. And it's better to try to do it tomorrow night. I'll try to do it tomorrow night. I also got a date for Joan's mother, Rosemary, Joan D'Alessandro's mother, Rosemary D'Alessandro, to come on. They want to do something on the 22nd or 23rd, so we're working that out. It's hard for me to plan things in the summer, especially at nights, because I never know where I'm going to be. So, sometimes I could still be swimming at 8 o'clock. So, but anyway, I have to get back. I just have to check with my boys and make sure that they don't have anything that is pressing on those dates. And so it'll be the 22nd or the 23rd of July around 8 o'clock. And what else did I have to say? That's about it. The sky is yellow and the sun is blue. The sky is yellow and the sun is blue. Okay, so yeah, I'll try to do a craft live, hopefully tomorrow. If I don't, I'm just thinking if I have this one thing I've got to do, but I think I just have to do something else. Okay, anyway, and now we're supposed to go hiking, right? And Ethan's girlfriend's coming, and so every few minutes I'm getting like this text message. Ethan's like, Mom, it looks like rain But see, last Saturday they said it was going to rain, so we canceled it for last Saturday, right? Because Ethan's girlfriend's sister had a birthday party, and then they were going to go to Great Adventure. So I said, okay, well, it looks like it's going to rain. Go, do that, and we'll do it next weekend. And now we're all trying to coordinate this, and now they're saying it's going to rain. But I said, look, they said it was going to rain last weekend, and it didn't rain at all on Saturday. They said like it was a 90% chance. So we're just playing it by ear, and if it rains, we'll probably have something else going on. But that'll be Saturday. That's Saturday anyway, and Friday night. So I don't know. I've always just see. What are you going to do here? So now, but they say the air quality is going to be really bad tomorrow. Really, really, really bad. Just saying that. Hi, is that Ivy? Hi, Ivy. Hi, Ivy. How are you? Ivy, what state are you in? Are you getting any of this bad air that we have? We have very bad air quality here from the wildfires in Canada. Like everything is yellow. Outside. It's so weird, and it's very ominous, and it's a very gloomy feeling. Song lyrics, what? Oh, there's song lyrics from the Grateful Dead? Oh, okay. Okay. I missed that. You don't see any bad air quality by you, Linda, are you? People that answered the video I put up in Wisconsin said they were seeing it bad. It seems the same. Pennsylvania. And who else answered it? I don't know, somebody else. But so are we ready to talk about the Siders case? The Siders case. Did you guys see what Elizabeth Siders looked like 10 years ago? It's the same there? Oh. Hello to Scooter. I remember we had a couple years ago. That was the first time in my life I ever saw anything like that. Ever, Scooter. Jimmy says he remembers some in North Carolina or something. You're in Louisville, and it's so hot and humid. You don't have any of the air quality being poor from the wildfires, do you, down in Kentucky? Probably not, right? But Linda says she has it in Virginia. I don't know. But do you have it up there? You don't have it, Scooter, in Indiana? Indiana's near Kentucky. You don't have any of it, Scooter? Scooter's escaping it? Maybe Scooter's escaping it. But we're not only gonna talk about that, we're gonna go through like Siders case, like all through it, okay? But let me just show you the difference with her looks, right? I think it should be here. Okay, and these are the actual pictures, okay? So this was her. You can see it's definitely her. This girl, I think she may have like a very severe eye infection. Probably, I wouldn't doubt it from the living conditions. Either that or, see, now I want to tell you guys something, okay? And maybe you're going to say, "Oh my gosh, do you know when like pink, not like this color eyeshadow? Do you guys remember when this came into being?" And I always said, and I think my mother said it too, I don't know anyone who looks good. and I know this is not eyeshadow, but there is eyeshadow of this color. I don't know one person that looks good in that color eyeshadow. Anyone I see using that color eyeshadow, it looks like they have inflamed eyelids. And I don't know, like, how that caught on. I really don't. And then you see some people that put it on so much, and I just wonder how they don't look at their picture and think, wow, that looks like I have inflamed eyelids. That doesn't look good. But that's what, now she's not wearing eyeshadow, okay? Now she's probably done a lot of crying. Her hair looks soaking wet, but we know this is a mugshot, so it's just got to be probably greasy, which is kind of disgusting if you think about it, right? And we know that people said they stunk so badly, and they smelled like urine, cat urine or something, right? Now, cat dander and stuff can cause pink eye, but this girl is, it just, does she understand my messages? What? Today we had air quality alert. I think it's our regular air pollution we get. We're supposed to wear masks. You're supposed to wear masks? Really? Okay. I don't see your messages other than that. I only see one message. Okay. Anyway. I mean, her face looks about the same. The hair color is totally different. She looks like she cared for her appearance here, right? But 10 years ago, she would have had how many children already? She would have had the 18-year-old, right? I think they're 18, 16. So she would have had like 6 kids at this point, at least 6 kids. Maybe more. But you got to say, like, what happened? Who knew these people 10 years ago, right? When she looked like this, where were they living? I know they moved around, and they said they've only been in the Ohio house, I think, for 4 years. It's just, they say that the grandfather, Gary Siders, he's been brought to a hospital, right? And he's not, I don't think he's mentally well. Now, I don't know about the grandmother. She's younger than him, so she's still there. They say that Elizabeth Siders is asking to see her children, but what happened? Right? What happened? They said that she would go to, I think, like food banks or places to get things for the kids, and that she reeked, right? And sometimes she looked like she was scared to speak. So hold on, I'm going to tell you about these messages now, okay? Let me tell you about this. I'm jumping all over the place. Okay, but I'm going to tell you also about the grandparents first, okay? So the grandparents, and this is scary. I mean, it really is. Because they look complete, well, he has a very, I mean, that, like they said, I think he doesn't even understand what is going on, right? And I don't think he's that old. He's like 72 or 3. And she looks, I believe, a lot older than she is. I think she is like See, she's 67. Let's see. So one of the latest developments is that the grandparents, Gary Siders Sr. and Christina Siders, they were arrested on June 30th along with their son, Gary Siders Jr. and Elizabeth Siders. They were receiving state assistance. Vinton County Prosecutor William Archer said Grandpa and Grandma were the only ones that he's aware that were receiving state benefits at the time of this incident. Well, wouldn't they also be receiving Social Security, right? However, Archer did not provide additional details, including whether the benefits were, from Social Security. I would say they're from Social Security because they're both of that age, right? And then it could be on another program, but I'd say definitely they're receiving Social Security. Let's see. The Siders family was arraigned on July 1st, 16 counts of child endangering, a second-degree felony. They remain in prison on a $300,000 bond, facing a maximum of 192 years in prison. Meanwhile, the children are currently in temporary custody at the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services. Only the grandparents were being supported by the state. I don't think that Gary Siders was even working, but if he was working as a DoorDash driver or delivery driver. The children were described as almost feral. They were rescued after Gary Siders Jr. was investigated on alleged misdemeanor indecent exposure charges, though that keeps going back and forth if that really was the reason they went to the house. Deputies served the warrant on the home, and that's when they found the children, 16 of them in a 12 by 12 foot room covered in human waste. Yeah. Now, Chris Cuomo from News Nation compared the case to the J.C. Lee Dugard case, in which government officials visited the abductor's home but failed to discover Dugard, who was 11 when she was kidnapped and 18 when she was rescued. Investigators said the family largely avoided establishing medical and other government records over nearly 2 decades. But see, that conflicts with Elizabeth saying that the children were born in hospitals. And then she had a set of conjoined twins that passed away, and they were born in a hospital. So it's very, very strange. Now let's see. Birth records trace their moves. And they were in Gallipolis in 2008 to 2016, Bidwell 2017, Gallipolis again in 2019, Cheshire in 2020, Bloomer, Wisconsin in 2022, and then back to Cheshire and finally Hamden. Okay, let's go in here. Like this is, they did have, it's interesting, they did have air conditioning units in the windows, but see these? But then they had situations like this. And just horrific conditions. Then we want to talk about what the heck happened to her 10 years ago. One bathroom that was photographed appeared covered in grime and trash piled around a stained toilet and sink, while another image shows a sink overflowing with debris and damaged cabinets. A bedroom was photographed with clothing, garbage, and household items strewn nearly across every inch of the floor, making it difficult to see any clear walking path. How did that old man, he looked like he was pretty infirm. How did he get around? Right? How is anybody getting to that toilet? Is that toilet even functioning? How is that toilet even functioning? It doesn't look like it, does it? These photos, let me see. These photos are published on MSN by Crime Time Lines. What's the source there? Look at that. That's the other bathroom. Is there two bathrooms in there, or is that the other side of the bathroom? No, I guess there's two bathrooms in there. Not that they don't look functional. How are you even? Yeah, how is that old man who looks quite infirm walking in here, And the ceiling is, what is that on this? The ceiling is red. This looks like paper, red paper. I don't know. It's... This is, I would say, if you had to talk about one of the cleaner rooms, and by cleaner I mean where there is an inch of floor space you could see, would be that. I don't know how they had 20 people living in there. I really don't. But let's take a look at, what happened with her making these posts on her husband's Facebook. The children appeared malnourished and dirty. Any wonder? Investigators described them as almost feral. Several children struggled to communicate with adults and instead made grunting noises. The children have since been removed from the home, placed in protective custody, and someone said that Gary Siders Jr. indecent exposure should be looked into more, and that was a psychology researcher, Alexandra A.J. Greer. And she said, and I quote, "When I see indecent exposure, it usually sets off a red flag in my head. Indecent exposure charges can be exhibitionism, related offenses, meaning someone exposes themselves to a non-consenting victim. Exhibitionism can also be a warning sign of sexually motivated offending, and in some cases may indicate the potential for escalating predatory behavior. In addition to intimate partner violence, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw SA. SA is also a tool to maintain power over a victim in an intimate partner violence relationship." Okay, now, Sider's attorney has argued that the family's living situation has been mischaracterized and said she wants to be reunited with her children. Okay, let's go back. Talk about her. Okay. I don't know what just happened here. Okay. All right, so let's look at this now. Let me pull this picture up. Right there. Okay, so Elizabeth Siders made a creepy social media post on her husband's Facebook account more than a decade before their disturbing arrests on child abuse charges. A 21-year-old Elizabeth Siders whined in a post on June 5th of 2024, "This is Elizabeth. I don't want anyone putting pictures of me on Facebook. Everyone, if you have any pictures of me on here, please take them off here." Then, so it was actually, 12 years ago. I rounded it, just a decade, 10 years ago. But it was actually 12 years ago. And then you have that picture there, right? She's smiling. She's got blonde hair. She looks, normal, healthy, right? And then there was another post, "Happy birthday to my daughter Elizabeth. It's hard to believe. My youngest is 28 today. Love you, Mom and Dad," her mother wrote in the post. Elizabeth, who's 33, was one of the 4 adults that were arrested on June 30th and charged with those 16 counts of disturbing child abuse charges. So investigators said it was terrible, that they were pretty good at hiding the kids. They looked almost like feral animals. It was terrible. Elizabeth was 15 when she married Gary Siders Jr., who was 18 in 2008 in West Virginia, where parental consent at the time was enough to legally tie the knot. The couple's oldest child, an 18-year-old girl, was reportedly born 2 months later. Relatives of Elizabeth claim they lost contact with her after she married into the Siders family. Her attorney requested a recognizance bond for Siders last week that would let her leave jail under certain criteria, arguing that because she doesn't have a criminal record, she would be eligible for time away from Southeastern Ohio Regional Jail. She's currently being held on a $300,000 bond. Through conversations with her counsel, she maintains that her principal desire is to reunite with her children. And that's what her lawyer, J. Thomas Sully, said in his court filing. She understands that reunification of any sort is an impossibility if she does not appear before this court. The filing claims that Elizabeth Siders is no longer a threat now that her children have been removed from the care of her and her husband. On Monday, the state was expected to award Vinton County $1 million to assist in the care of the children. The children, who were never enrolled in school, can barely communicate. Some cannot even speak. The oldest child is severely developmentally disabled and unable to even write her name. The grandparents, Gary Siders 73 and Christina Siders is 67. So, let's see what else we can find out on. Let me see, go back to see what is going on with you guys. Let's see. You think she's a victim? Could the grandmother not see? I think they were very, very poor. Maybe drugs to not see what's around them. How do you not see that, though, Linda? How do you not see that? If you can't see it, you've got to be tripping all over that. How are the children walking around that? How is that old man walking around that? Or is he just sitting in a chair defecating on himself? I don't get it. Who's cooking anything? Are they eating it? Like, the conditions are so unsanitary. How? I don't. Oh boy. Hi, Frilly. This story is so sad. Yeah. You're banging your head against a wall. You're getting confused because someone has written that the older guy has died. He's not died. He was moved to a hospital. He's not dead. It was someone in this chat, but obviously it wasn't true. It's not true. But it has given me a weird mental block. No, he's not dead. They moved him to a hospital, Scooter. He had a fall. Yeah, he had a fall. Gary, I'll tell you right now, okay? Hold on a minute. Okay, Gary Siders Sr. fell, Scooter, and then he was taken to Oblenis Hospital in Athens. Let's see what else. He fell. He was released from jail to the hospital, and the Vinton County prosecutor William Archer announced during a news conference Gary Siders Sr. fell and then was taken to Oblenis Hospital in Athens. Judge Lena Rogers allowed for his $300,000 cash bond to be changed to a $300,000 recognizance bond. So he's in the hospital, but I know they said that they did not feel that he was mentally competent. Hold on a second. Okay. Come on. The judge ordered a competency evaluation for Gary Siders Sr. Right? Now, isn't that strange, right? Because he fell in jail. So that really makes you think, how was he walking around that home and not falling? He experienced a fall. Actually, it was during transportation and was taken to the hospital. He was transferred to a larger hospital due to needing more specialized care than they are able to provide. And they say that the Vinton County prosecutor said if, and he emphasized the if, this according to this person, he is released from the hospital, he will have a GPS monitor. But I don't know. Let's see what some of the comments are. Someone said he probably needed the care before, but didn't have the means to go get it. How do you know he didn't need serious medical attention before this? For one, look how he lived, and then look at him and see he is sick. I read somewhere that the parents, someone said they both have dementia. If that's the case, Perhaps he needed medical care and it was denied. Someone said he looks like he is seriously ill. If he has dementia, a fall could have exacerbated many symptoms. He may need long-term hospital or nursing home care. The switch in his bond is most likely so the county and or state won't have to provide security at whatever facility he is at. Now here's the other thing. If they were getting Social Security, let's just say, and they both had dementia, well, maybe their son wasn't getting them medical care because he didn't want to take them to the hospital because they were, I don't know, because they're getting the assistance, and what if something happened to them at the hospital? I don't know. I'm just saying. You know, they may, I mean, I know they've been arrested in this, but they may not even have the mental capacity to understand what is going on here. This is a very crazy, crazy thing here. Let's see here. But they did have other children, which is very strange. Why didn't their other children visit them? I don't know. It's so weird. This whole thing is so weird. Let me see here. Oh, the judge granted a gag order in one of the four Siders cases. On Tuesday morning, Vinton County Common Pleas Court Judge Lena Rogers granted a gag order in one of the Siders cases involving Gary Lee Siders. Okay, let's see here. The Siders family. Okay, now here's someone claims, and I don't know if you think, someone claims that this photo right here, they claim that this is Christina and this is Gary Siders Sr. Does that look like Gary Siders Sr. and Christina to you? Let me know in the comments if you think it does. Apparently that's from Gary Siders Jr.'s Facebook page. Okay, and apparently someone spoke with Elizabeth Siders' sister-in-law. And she says Elizabeth grew up in Ohio with her parents and two older brothers in what she described as a typical working family. And the Siders lived in the same trailer park. And that's where Elizabeth met Gary Siders Jr. Elizabeth became pregnant when she was just 13 years old. I don't think that's correct. I think there's like a game of telephone. I thought they met when they were 13 and she got pregnant when she was 15. I don't know. Gary Jr. was reportedly 16 at the time. The family says they repeatedly tried to, and that wouldn't make any sense because she was married at 15. So yeah, you got to take that with a grain of salt. That's not. The family says they repeatedly tried to involve law enforcement because of the relationship, but nothing was done. Elizabeth allegedly continued seeing Gary despite her family's efforts to intervene. According to the sister-in-law, after giving birth to the first child, Elizabeth told her mother she wanted to become emancipated. She allegedly warned that if her mother refused to sign the paperwork, she would leave the state with her baby. See, this is a direct. I mean, there's so much misinformation out there. The other one says they got married and she had the baby 2 months later. Now we're hearing she had the baby, which would be the baby that's 18 now and developmentally disabled. I don't know. Okay. There's Elizabeth's mother's social media. We can look through that. Let's see. Okay, so it'd be, let me see her mom. Okay, so I've got, let's see what we can find out here. You know, I mean, listen, her mother is on Facebook posting about Elizabeth Chapel Church annual giveaway with all these pictures, and someone said, I bet those 16 grandchildren could use some of those clothes. Someone said, will you and your lovely husband be great, I think they mean grandparents, great parents for once for Elizabeth and be driving out to visit her? I'm sure that'll do her some good. Oh boy, I don't know. So they're hassling her there. Okay, and then there's like, please leave her alone. Something's really whacked because, guys, I want to ask you something. Do you think this looks like Elizabeth? Something's wacky here. Do you think that looks like Elizabeth? The picture from 10 years ago? Do you guys think that? There's something wacko going on here right now. Let me tell you, that picture was posted July 10th. July 10th. And this is crazy because it looks like it's on her mother's page. They're her friends with the same last name as the mother. But does that not look like the girl from 10 years ago? I got to go back to the chat because I think I'm hallucinating now. You don't think that looks like the one from 10 years ago? Why is Linda saying no? You don't think that looks like the blonde in the thumbnail? Am I seeing things? Okay. You don't think that girl looks like that girl? Look at her. Look at her. Is someone playing games? This is crazy. Wait a second. Is this him with her 10 years ago? Is this her brother with her? Wait, I am getting so confused right now. Okay. This picture was posted July 10th. But, hold on. Somebody said, honestly, Joey, this AI photo says, I never really protected my sister until it was in the public eye, and now I'm trying to do something about it before it's too late. I care about my sister, but because I know I'm about to have social media clout, this is not giving... What? Okay. This is getting crazy. So someone's saying this is AI now. Hold on a minute. And that did he put the picture of her from 10 years ago? Let me see what the heck is going on. This is getting so crazy. Apparently, that's her brother. Okay. Oh, he's posting a bunch of things, okay? So now, hold on a minute. Now it's making sense. It's making sense now, guys. I thought that was supposed to be his wife, so I was really confused. But no, he's posting this too. Family over everything. Blood bonds unbreakable. Psalm 91:11. So this is definitely AI. So he's going to town with the AI. And that people are accusing him of like, what are you doing? Like, where have you guys been all this time? And he's getting a lot of it's AI comments. Of course it is. It's not like he can physically hug her right now. Someone said so. He's showing his love and dealing with things the way that works for him. Just, I don't know what is going on here. Someone said, just don't mind what anyone else is saying. Stick by your sister and help her the best way you can. It's all that matters. Well, what about the 16 kids? And this is all public, I want you to know. I want everyone to know this is public. So he's got many, many memes and things and AI, I have your back, sis, I love you, some guy dancing. He's been posting daily. And then he posted a post that said, I've said what I've had to say. I'm still going to do what I've been doing with my sister. I'm trying to read this. I've said what I've had to say. I'm still going to do what I've been doing. What my sister did or didn't do does not reflect on my life. No, it doesn't. And my everyday routines. Thank you to anyone who keeps asking. I'm not trying to start a career off of my sister's suffering. That's just sick. She's going through too much. If I'm doing anything, that's helping her. Do you see anyone else helping in my family? No, you do not. It's me. She got everything from me because I was the only one with the balls to stand up for her. Yes, it's been a while, but no matter what I say, you're going to twist and turn and then run with it all. I want her to know is I'm in her corner and ain't no one stopping it. You can try, but you won't succeed. So before you talk shite, just know your facts, because before you do it, haven't made one dime off of her or anything. I know I don't have to prove myself, but that's what honest people do. And I figure that's why you people that's talking crap can't stand me, 'cause I tell truths. Just know your comments are not bothering me at all. Block erase game is strong. To the people helping to support my sister, thank you so very much. To the haters, well, go F yourselves, he says. Have a great and wonderful night. Okay, and then he's posting more and more stuff. Let's see. Then he put, don't worry, guys. I'm not worried about what people say on my post. They're just immature humans that don't know their arses from holes in the ground. A box of rocks are smarter than half of the people saying the stuff. And if you don't like me, why are you coming to my page? What, to try to blast me when I'm literally blasted myself? I don't hide anything. Ain't making no money, so the conspiracies can keep going. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, you'll never stop my love for my sister or stop me from standing up for her. So let the messages come in. Just goes to show you how much the term ignorance is bliss. Welcome to the truth, because that's all you're going to get from me. And you hate it, so keep on hating. I'll be here. LOL. Okay, so that was our, because that had me freaked out. I thought that was his wife or something. No, that's the sister. Okay, but he's putting them together with AI. Okay. Let's see. So, okay, here's another post. He made a public post. These are public posts. I'm going to say this on here one time and one time only. I am not low IQ. I suffer from BPD and a rage disorder. I am getting help for my problems. I admit what I have done wrong, and I don't make excuses for it. I'm so sick of seeing the lies and the BS. I spoke my truth about the abuse me and my sister faced, and that is my right. I'm sorry, my truth about the abuse me and my sister, I'm sorry, my truth hurt feelings, and I can't change that. People can lie to try and make things look picture perfect. Hold on a minute. All they want. Just please, everyone, focus on the kids, okay, and the truth, exactly. Stop listening to conspiracy theories, yep, and people who can't even form a proper sentence. Okay. Now this is... Let's see. Oh, wait a second. So he posted something that said, I thought foster parents weren't allowed to give out information because of safety reasons. Fire her arse immediately. So somebody said that she was the foster mother and said that she had the 3 older daughters. And they said that the mother was pregnant with a baby girl. The girls have told me the mom has had 5 sets of twins. 1 set died as they were conjoined. All the kids are full siblings. This is a person that's posting this. But yeah, it's obviously a foster parent shouldn't be doing that. So is that really the foster parent? So someone said, for anyone wondering, I put in a report to Children's Services with all the information. They said they will contact me if they need any more information. Someone said, I was in foster care up until 18, and my foster parents were never allowed to let anyone know they had me for the safety of the kids with an open investigation. They need to remove these kids right now. Okay. I doubt this is really the foster parent. Someone said, no chance, this is real. Yeah. So I think, yeah, that doesn't jive. I think it's somebody looking for 15 minutes, right? Okay. Okay, so now, let's see. Chloe can speak. I don't know who Chloe is, but he put new messages. Clearly, Chloe can speak. Okay, now he posted something on July 5th and it said, I thought my nieces couldn't read or write. These are messages between her and her ex-boyfriend. He says they had to break up because of her neighbor Mike. He sent proof of everything. The lies need to stop. The speculation needs to stop. Clearly the neighbors knew. Clearly she could read, write, and speak. He said, we want the truth. He's praying day and night for the nieces and nephews. But wait a second. He's posting somebody on social media. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what is going on here. Just seems like such a mess. It is such a mess. But okay. And then the post there was happy birthday, right, when she was 28. And I guess the brother has a TikTok where he has 13,000 followers. And I don't know. He's got a bunch of songs, and people are accusing him of trying to latch onto this to launch. I don't know. I think that's what's happening here. But I'm not sure. And he says, no, it's not that. So, you know what? I mean, I don't know what to tell you there. Okay, now let me go to... So then, like I said, her mother, she's posting about that... looks like she's taken down a lot of her content. People are commenting on things. She did post about this breaking news. Are these your grandchildren? Someone asked her. Someone said, pray for the children. Pray for Elizabeth as well. Someone said, I feel this girl was a victim. She was a child herself. I think too many kids and it got out of control. I hope she gets the help she needs and maybe one day down the road she can be reunited with her children in a different situation. Okay, let's see. I don't know here what the heck. It's all very strange. Her mother's just like posting stuff about her goats, and she's also posting the son's songs or something. It's very confusing. Does anybody have any insight on this? Well, yeah, it is. It's an AI thing. It's an AI thing, Linda. I don't. It's very strange, right? The whole thing is just so crazy. I don't know. If anybody wants to call in and talk about this, if you have any, you're welcome to ask me for the number and I'll give it to you. But I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, every day it's like something else. What was going on in there? If you have parents that are just out of it, are they really like? How much could they be to blame for this? I mean, it just seems like a situation that is just, I don't know. The brother says she was really normal and then she just flipped and things changed. But I don't think the brother saw her in quite some time, right? I don't know. It's quite the situation. And what about, is the DNA test prove that Gary Siders Jr. and Elizabeth are the parents of all of those children? Because that's just crazy that she had all of those children. And all of those sets of twins. That's just 4 sets of twins? Was she taking fertility drugs? Like 4 sets of twins? Now, I mean, what is the... Let me see something. 15, yes, maybe. Hi there. Sorry, I can't see your name. Sue. Hi, Sue Whitlow. I want to see... Okay. So I asked, has anyone had 4 sets of twins? And they said yes. Mothers like Vivian Volk had 4 consecutive sets of twins alongside a single child, totaling 9. She's a mother from New Jersey who had 1 single birth followed by 4 straight sets of twins. And I guess there were 2 fraternal sets, and then there were 2 girls. I don't know if they were identical or not, and then another set of fraternals, boy and girl. Okay, let's see what else. And then there was another family made the news for raising 4 sets of all-girl twins plus a son. Okay, do you realize how rare this is? 2 other people? Okay, so it says you're either hyperovulation, releasing multiple eggs in separate cycles, increases the chance of repeat fraternal twins or multiples. Let me see here. Vivian Volk, wow, she would be 100 years old today. She was 90 in 2016, and she was talking about having twin. Okay, do you realize how freaking rare this is? And you don't find it, do you find it strange that this Elizabeth would have 5, no, she had 5 sets of twins because she had a conjoined set. So 5. Let's see if anybody has ever had 5 sets of twins. This you know what they say, and people with fictitious and we know there really exists, but people with like fictitious disorder and stuff, they usually put twins in the stories. It just sounds just crazy, doesn't it? I mean, let's see. Carrie Ann Anderson, a mother from Jamaica, made news headlines for giving birth to 5 separate sets of twins over the course of multiple pregnancies. Okay, and then the next one they're talking about in the 18th century. Seriously, guys, do you understand this? Jennifer Waters and her 2 sets of biological twins recently met up with the 3 sets of twins. Oh, this is her being a surrogate, so that doesn't count. Okay. Guys, come on. Really? Do you know how rare this is? Only woman in the world with 5 sets of twins, Carrie Ann Anderson. The only woman in the world. Well, now Elizabeth Siders would be the second woman in the world. Do you think she is the second woman in the world with 5 sets of twins? I don't know. What do you guys think about this? This story is getting shady. Well, there really are 4 sets of twins and a set of twins that... No, will we have 3 sets of twins? What do we have? 5 sets? What does she have? Does she have 5... Hold on a minute. Now I'm losing it. Hold on a minute. She has 3... No, I'm wrong. She doesn't have 5 sets of twins. She has 4 sets of twins. She has 3 that are living and 1 deceased. So 4 sets. Why did I think she had 5? 4 sets. Still extremely rare. Okay? A woman that would be 100 years old now, and they said 1 other woman. I mean, it's just outrageous. Okay, so they say, according to birth and court records, it is a documented fact that Elizabeth Siders had 4 sets of twins, including 3 sets among the surviving children and 1 set of premature co-joined twins who passed away shortly after birth. The first surviving set, born in February of 2022, conjoined set, born prematurely at 24 weeks on November 20th, 2022. Bailey Lee and Faith Lee, who died of natural causes shortly after birth. Subsequent sets, additional sets of twins born in 2024 and 2025. What about the third set? Hold on, there, I don't... This is so weird. "18 births in less than 17 years. Let's see. hold on a minute. All right. Gotta make this bigger. I can't see anything. All right, let's see how the ages of these kids again. Okay, so there is. Where are the ages of the kids again? I know I've seen the ages of the kids many times. There's 2-year-old twins and. Seems like I want to know, so it's not going to tell me right now. I've got to go to something else. Okay. They were all born in hospitals. All births were registered. All birth and death registrations have been cited. The first 9 children were born in the same hospital. And the same midwife delivered 6 of them. There were only 2 or 3 hospitals involved, and all were relatively close to each area. Let's see. Someone said, I think it's a pretty safe bet that Elizabeth is a victim in 2 in this case. She was so young when this all started. Anyone can hardly make anything out of this, really. This is the most severe case of neglect. The adults were, this one said stupid, literally living like animals. Either were they stupid or were the older adults not even mentally there? The adults weren't even getting welfare for having lots of children, if I read this right. Some of the children cannot speak because they don't even know words. Someone said, I heard today that Elizabeth is currently pregnant, but haven't been able to verify. Based on the ages of the other children and considering she's only 33, I wouldn't be surprised. The parents of Gary Jr. look like they are not cognitively there. I read that the mother may have dementia. What about her husband? He's currently in the hospital. He fell at some point during the bond hearing. I guess tests after the fall say he has a serious medical condition. He didn't have to pay to be released, but I guess if he gets out of the hospital, they will put an ankle monitor on him. Someone said he had a stroke that affected his mobility and his cognitive ability. Some people are saying it happened in 2022, although I can't confirm that. Photos of him posted by Christina on Facebook in October of 2023 show his eye is misaligned back then, which is likely a result of the stroke causing nerve brain damage affecting his ability to control his eye movement. 2022 lines up with the Cajoyan twins and the move to Vinton County, which is when a lot of people suspect things started to decline in the family And it would make sense with Gary Sr. having a stroke. The mother is supposed to have given birth to 4 sets of twins in a row. One set died after giving birth to 10 single kids in a row. I don't buy it. Every person in the family needs a DNA test to figure out who gave birth to who and who the father is, all of them. Elizabeth gave birth in hospitals. They are all her biological children. Do they all have pink eye? A lot of people are saying it's ammonia from all of the animal urine in the house. It makes sense with the stench we keep hearing about. The children's ages start at 18. I'm kind of surprised that no one is mentioning drug use. Is no one suspicious of maybe meth use due to the area they live in and the state of these people in the home? Has anything been mentioned in the news regarding drug use? People's homes don't get that bad due to depression and mental illness alone, in my opinion. Someone said, I've commented this elsewhere, but although it might be hard to believe, depression and mental illness combined with elderly people with 16 kids living in a small space can absolutely allow it to get that bad. Not to say drugs aren't a factor at all, but they don't have to be. Far more people live like this than you know, unfortunately. Someone said, this is unfathomable to most, but it is a reality to many. Let me see here. The state has allocated $1 million to take care of the children, including $120 to $250 per day per child for foster care. And that's apparently in addition to the costs of prosecuting the parents and grandparents and incarcerating them for at least a year pre-trial, followed by years in a state prison. They're found guilty. Bonds set impossibly high for them for their circumstances, even though they're supposed to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, and they're no danger to the community. Not a thought given to actually helping the family, which would be the most humane and probably in the children's best interest for the cost of foster care. They could keep the family together and have workers overseeing and rehabilitating them, rather than making orphans of the children who will age out of foster care with nowhere to go. But that would be too kind for the U.S., an increasingly cruel country that keeps more of its population incarcerated than any other country in the world. This is what someone wrote here. Oh, someone said, I guess I fail to understand how one could reasonably keep 16 children, all of differing ages, all together with complex medical and developmental needs. Abuse this deep and this long term is typically permanent. The youngest kids could possibly have a fighting chance at the right foster care situation, but that's depending on which kids were the ones who were critical. Their best bet is getting a few good foster situations with hopes they live into adulthood. Someone said a lot of stuff about the 18-year-old not being able to write her name is untrue. She had social media accounts. I'd hold any judgment until it all comes out. Tragic, and the bigger story surrounding this is the system that failed to protect these children because they were all born in hospitals. So you're telling me that every single time she gave birth in a facility, nobody thought to check on the well-being of the other children? Certainly, There must have been some record of the family moving between states. It does not excuse getting lost in the system. Essentially, she gave birth to every baby that was then just disappeared with no questions from the state. And I've noticed a strong push for peanut gallery, that is the internet, to excuse the mother as a victim too. She was 15, he was 18 when they married, both young. Unless mom had some developmental disability, I would be careful to not hold her accountable. Mothers have an innate responsibility to care for their children, so she obviously had lots of opportunities to reach out for help. Such a crazy thing here. This is so crazy. Cider's children. Okay, let's see what happened here. So they said that some of them may be dead if they had waited 24 hours to get the children. After observing more evidence, they said it was third world, calling it beyond comprehension. If they had waited 24 hours, there was a high probability that we'd be dealing with death or multiple deaths of these children. The children are safe and are now currently in a good situation and are being protected. This is an intra-family situation. This is not human trafficking. There is nothing to put our other children at risk. Archer said the state is asking for temporary custody of all the kids. Yeah, that's that craziness. Okay. Can't believe it's 1 o'clock. Almost. Let's see here. Gary Sr. and wife received government funds. Yeah, but it could have been the Social Security, they said. They don't know whether it was Social Security or something else. Without a doubt, the twin 4-year-olds. I think it's from parasites, poor air ventilation, and animal urine. The pink eyes. Thought twins, like second pregnancy, but then passed. No, they're saying the conjoined twins were in 2022. Wow. But her sister-in-law and her brother did alive, and that is what they were saying. They did alive, and that's what they're saying. But the person put in names and dates, so it confused me. I think that was the night when the story broke. So, what, Scooter? What happened? I keep getting confused because you're still on the older guy? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Craziness, right? Anything else? I know that there's some 90-day fiance thing. I don't know what it is, but some guy can't get to see his baby in the ICU or something. I don't watch I just can't get into 90 Day Fiancé after the original people that I watched are in it. It's just too hard to catch up on, and I don't watch TV really anymore. I'm wondering, it is early. We possibly could watch the Andrea Yates, at least one episode of that on the member Patreon movie night. If anybody is wanting to do the member Patreon movie night, please type a 100 in the chat, because we could veer off into that now. It's still relatively early to watch at least one episode of that. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. If you're still breathing, can you put a 3 in the chat? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, nobody's breathing. You guys, slap yourself on the back or something. Open your door. Oh, Astro from space. I haven't seen you in a long time. You're still breathing. Good. How you doing, Astro from space? You're still breathing? Haven't seen you in a long, long time. How's it going? How's it going? You're the only one breathing in the chat, Astro. Scooter, you're not breathing. Susan, you're not breathing. You're working hard and breathing. That's good. You're working hard and breathing. That's always good. That's hundreds of diapers. Scooter, you're not breathing tonight? Hi, Ellie Mae. How are you? Well, we had something going on. We said, were we going to go to the movie night? That was going to be 100 for the Andrea Yates, and it was 3 if somebody was breathing in the chat. And the only person breathing in the chat was Astro from space. The family, her family. Hey family, how's everyone doing? Doing okay there. Astro, how you doing? How you doing? Where is Anne? I forgot to write Anne a message. I'm going to write Anne a message right now while I'm thinking of it, because I'm really worried. Hang on for a second. Let me just write Anne a message here, because I'm really worried about Anne here. Oh, you know what? I don't have to do it like that. Hold on a minute. So silly of me. So silly of me. So 3 if you're breathing, and a 100 if you want to watch the Andrea Yates thing. But let me see here. Great. Okay, let me go over here to get to Anne here. All right, here she is. How come? All right, let me leave Anne a message here. So I'm worried about Anne. She was taking care of that friend. I'll leave her a message. Okay. Alrighty now. Alrighty, Scooter. She's getting a new trial. What are we talking about? Who's getting a new trial? Andrea Yates? No, but there is a documentary that we talked about the other night. It just came out recently, and we were going to watch it as a movie night. But I don't know. I'm sitting here and asking people, and I don't know what's going on. Astro's the only one that's breathing because Astro typed the 3 in. I hope that you and Linda are breathing. Maybe it's too late and we should just go to the word game. And maybe we will just go to the word game, huh? All right, word cookie time. We'll try to have a craft night tomorrow night. Andrea, you know, she's not having a new trial. It's a new documentary. Oh, Linda, you are breathing. Okay, very good. Okay, let's see. I don't know what, Scooter, if she's still. I don't know. Ivy, your name is here. Our new member, Ivy. We put that in especially for you tonight. Yeah. I'd like to. Hi, Ivy. Your friend is saying you're staying over tonight and we're watching the show. Your friend loves it. Oh, thank you for telling me, Ivy. I'd love to do a movie night. Tell your friend she should come in the chat and say hello, so we know her name. We wanted to watch the Andrea Yates documentary, but I said everybody that wants to do it, put 100 in there. And then I said, if you're breathing, put a 3. And Astor from Space said 3. And then Linda finally said 3. And it's like, what's happening? But then they put your name in here, Ivy. See? I don't know. Oh my gosh, my cursor is not working. Going crazy. Let's see. Oh boy. What is that? What's that? An alien and an alien? What do you do, Ivy? You have an alien and a I don't know, is that supposed to be a wolf or a fox? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Now you're all putting up emojis. Okay. You could try to guess the words. All right, let's see. I need 3 more, right? Okay, let's see. Ellie. Huh. What have you got here? Let's see. Oh, know what? What's the matter, Ivy? What's the matter? What's the matter, Ivy? Lily. Yeah. Very good, Ellie Mae. Great job. Good job. Oh, and it's got to be Lilt. Okay, good. Lily and Lilt. Now we just need this one over here. What do you have, Allie? I think I tried that. Yeah, that's not going to be there, but we'll try. Good try. Now let's see here. Probably. Hey, hi Rachel. How are you? Well, haven't seen you in a long time. How you doing? How you doing? How's it going? Good? Is everything good? Good evening. Ah, boy. You're doing good. That's good. It's good to be doing good. You're God's favorite? Just kidding? I don't know. She said she will? Okay. Yeah. Tell her to come on in. Make sure she subscribes so that she knows when we go live. That would be nice. And then we can say hello to her. And I don't know if either of you do crafts. We might have a craft night tomorrow night, depending on what else I have to do. I don't know. I never know from one day to the next, especially when my kids are off from school. I don't know. It's like, never know. You say, oh, then it's, let's do this, let's do that. So I don't know. but we've got to get this last one. And merger is not here. Okay, I think we're going to have to use one of our lifelines. Wow, okay. Let's see. I think it said a quest was done or something. This one looks really easy because it just looks short, but we can try it. Oh, you're Ivy's friend? Hi, Sky. You love crafts? What kind of crafts do you love the best? Would you ever want to come up on a panel and do crafts with us so you can do whatever you want? Would you ever want to do that? We open it up so you can come on up, and you just have to show your hands or what you're working on. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. What's your favorite craft to do? Super. Right now I'm doing diamond art. Yeah, that's a craft. Yeah, we have people that come up and do diamond art. You're also an embroiderer. Hand or machine? Hand or machine? Yeah, I tried this, Ellie. And look, they said it was an extra word. Not nice. Not nice. It's not nice to fool Mother Nature. Itch. Very good. Who got that? Ellie Mae? Very good, Ellie Mae. Very good. I told Ivy to say that as a joke. You told Ivy to say what as a joke? Oh, your hand, but it's not good? What did you tell Ivy to say as a joke? The last thing Ivy said is she said she will. Oh, and then that she's God's favorite? Is that what you told Ivy to say as a joke? I'm sure it's pretty good. Someone embroidered me something once. I have to go in the Happy Mail and look at it. What did you tell her to say as a joke? Ivy, are you here? Oh, okay, I gotcha. That's okay, we like jokes here. We have a sense of humor here. You gotta have a sense of humor in life, right? If you don't, life's really tough. Yeah, but we do a lot of crafts here. I want to show you something. Let me show you. I don't know. Well, no. Maybe if I'm going to do a craft night tomorrow, I'll just show it on the craft night that I'm working on something. Probably. I do a lot of decoupage. Have you ever done decoupage? I do a lot of that on all different kinds of things. I've used fabric. That's how napkins. My first things, actually, they are on this Mod Podge site. I made these chairs and people just loved them. They were the kids' chairs. And I made them with like one of those quilter packs, but I cut them in like strips and they just went nuts for them. Oh, hi, Ivy. So, do you craft anything, Ivy? Your mom used to do that? Really, Rochelle? Embroidery or the decoupage? I think the chat is like delayed or slow for some. Oh, decoupage. Okay. Excellent. I haven't done that before, but it sounds fun. Oh, yeah. I have a lot of tutorials on it, and I'm always teaching it. I've taught a lot of people to decoupage. A lot of people. Including Scooter, Denise. Ivy is a really good artist. Great. That's fun. Do you do painting? Do you ever do Would you be able, you know what I want to do? Do like a online, sip and paint, where somebody shows how to paint something and everybody follows suit. Do you do that, Ivy? Would you be able to demonstrate that? Maybe she would. We did that once here. It took us 7 hours. No joke. We thought it was going to be a couple of hours, but it took us 7 hours. But the guy who led us, unfortunately, passed away. And now when we look back on it, we're glad it took us 7 hours because we got to spend a lot of time together. But we're looking for a new teacher on that. You can do that, Ivy? Really? Like, if we said a waterfall or something, then you could do that with us? Waterfall or a mountain or a sunset or something like that. Do you know what I mean? And then everybody would get a canvas. We'd all go on Zoom live, and then you would be showing us what to do, and we'd be following suit. You used a scrapbook. You ended up selling all of your stuff. You have about 22 scrapbooks that you did. And you don't miss it? You don't miss it, though? Really, Ivy? Are you serious? Really, Ivy? Let's draw people. But we want to do a paint, and can we paint? Painting people is hard. You want to draw, what about like a paint and sip? We don't have to, we could sip anything. You do miss it, right, Rachel? We can talk about it. Maybe you can, if we have a craft night, you can just call into the panel and talk. She can do paint and sip. Sky can do a paint and sip. Sky, you do painting tutorials? We don't have to sip like, it's just the whole concept of it, you know what I mean? Somebody could sip if they want to, whatever, but we need a painting tutorial and then everybody to follow it. Stomach is rumbling. Did not eat a lot. I can do paint and sip. Tomorrow, if we have the craft night, which would probably be around, 9:45 or so, maybe you could come there. I can't paint or draw. She is being silly. Oh, okay. You guys are being silly with me. All right, well, maybe if we have the craft night, you guys can call in. But I appreciate you all coming here tonight, and thank you for hanging with me. And if you could, hype the video, hype any video, that's nice. Share it with your family and friends. Tell everybody about our channel. We'd love to have you here. And prayers for everyone in our community. Please pray for Amy and Bucky especially, and everyone, because everyone needs prayers. We all do. And love you guys. God bless. And see you tomorrow, I hope. Right? All right. Goodbye, everybody. Good night. Sweet dreams.